just his old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke and got a laugh from lots of folks. Well, I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy would laugh and I'd buzz his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made a vow on the moon to the stars I'd search the honky-tonks and bars, and I'd kill that man who gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just got hit down and throat was dry, and I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon at the Street of Mud, there at the table, dealing stud, sat that dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? You're gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes and he went down, but to my surprise, he came up with a knife and he cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, I pulled mine first, and he stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough and a man's gonna make it, he'd have to be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you have to get tough or die. And that's the name that can help to make you strong. Yeah. Said now you fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you have the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the stick in your eye, because I'm the man that named you Sue. Yeah, what could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, called my pa and he called me a son, and I went away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time and everything I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'll name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I tell you, anything, yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank all you guys coming out to the music tonight. I'm DJ CJ.